Hey, welcome to Bird Squawk. Today we're going to talk about 3 babies that I pulled out of the aviary. I've had them down there for about a month. So these guys are about 4 weeks to 5 weeks old. But these are DYCs, but I just wanted to show you the size of them and what we're going to do with them. I'm also going to give you an update. Actually, it's going to be our final update on the pair that we pulled that was 2 weeks old, and we pulled them right out of the box. I'm going to give you an update on that. And then we have a surprise at the end of the video that we're going to show you as well. Hey, if you like bird videos and you like learning about hand feeding things, hit like, hit subscribe. It does help. And we love the comments. We try to get to all of them. Hang around, folks. We'll be right back. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. We got these 3 babies. We pulled them from the aviary. So what do we do next? We have to bring them and we have to put them into a brooder. We can't just bring them out of their nest box and do nothing with them. You know, put them in a cage or a box or anything like that. They still have to be kept warm. Even though these guys are a month old, that's why I did this. I wanted to show you their feathers are starting to come open and they're much, much bigger, but still yet, we still have to have some sort of heater, and that goes back to a couple of videos ago that we made our cooler brooder. And so this is going to regulate the temperature. As of right now, I've got it set on 84 degrees Fahrenheit. It has a bulb that comes on that makes heat. It has a fan to cool it down if it gets too hot. I have it set right now that if it goes above or below a degree, it's probably acting silly right now because I've got the lid open and it's cooler than 84 degrees. So anyway, you have to warm them. You have to keep them warm. And of course, you're still going to feed these guys. But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you what the parents do. Look at this crop. Okay? They feed their babies so well. They feed them so well all the time. And, you know, they're ready to go. They're really thick and healthy. And so I'm going to go ahead and I want to put them in to the brooder. Okay? Again, you know, we got this one's fed. You can see the food in it. See the pellets? Full of food. And then here we go. What do we got in here? This is the youngest one, it looks like. Okay? And again, you can see the color of that. And look how big and thick and healthy these guys are. They've done really, really well. And so I'm going to let them go for just a little bit. Okay? I want to let them digest some of that food that the parents have given to them, maybe for a few hours. I want to see that crop go down quite a bit before I start feeding them hand feeding formula. Okay? The key now is to get them relaxed and to get them comfortable and to make sure that they stay warm. So that will be what you need to do, okay? Don't just think you got to get up here and start hand feeding right away. You don't. You want to just let them relax, let them digest some of that food. I have clean paper towels in here. I want to see mess. I want to see their stools, okay? I want to see what they look like. I want to see what that stool looks like. And more important, I just want to make sure that, you know, it's working. So anyway, that's what you do. Put them in a brooder, set them and let it go for a little while. Monitor them. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to close the brooder, okay? And if we look over at the temp, I have this set for 84, okay? And so it's fallen down because I had the lid open. But this will slowly go up. You can see the light's still on. And when this gets to 85, this light will shut off and the fan kicks on and circulates air. And it goes off and on and off and on, back and forth. That's how this works. If you want to see how this is made, check out the videos. There's a part 1, part 2 of making one of these. Okay? All right, so the next thing I want to check on this then is I want to keep an eye on them. I want to see if they're panting, because maybe 84, 85 is still too much. And if you see them panting in there within the next 30 minutes, then you know I need to bring that down. So what you would want to do is open the cooler, cool them off, okay? And then you probably want to bring that temperature down a few degrees and keep looking at that and monitor it until you see that the birds are comfortable. Okay, coming up next, I'm going to show you the babies that we pulled when they were 2 weeks old. This is going to be the final update, all right? and you're not going to believe what they look like now. They're amazing, and they're beautiful, and they're ready for their forever homes. Stick around. I'm going to get them out. Wow, look at this. These are the two that we pulled when they were 2 weeks old. They're ready to go. They're picking at seed. They're picking at pellets, and I still hand feed them a little bit at night. This guy was really the stubborn one that didn't want to eat. This guy ate really, really well, but look how full they are. Look at their crops, how full their crops are. They're just turned into wonderful, wonderful birds. The white one, when you have a white bird like this and it's weaning and walking around on the cage, it gets dirty, and there's nothing you can do about it. Really, this bird will be brilliant white once it has its first molt and the new feathers come in, because it won't be walking around in the cage. But they are super, super friendly. Remember how I talked about that this guy, because he was so stubborn to eat and I had to work with, see, they just want to be held. They just want to be held. They're just babies. But that's our update, guys. That's our final update on those. And right now they're going to get ready and go and find their forever homes. And they have a great place that we take our birds to. And one of these days we're going to have some video that we go in and check that out. But listen, stick around. We have that surprise for you. I'll be right back. All right, let's take a look at this surprise that we have for you all. It's really kind of, in a way, a little bit unfortunate, but we had a mom that wouldn't sit on her eggs, and so we had to pull the eggs. And unfortunately, there was a couple eggs that didn't make it, and they were fertile too, and that's very unfortunate. But we did save 2 of them. And just to give you an idea, I put a penny in there so you can just give you an idea how little these guys are. The white fuzz baby is going to be a white face cockatiel. While the yellow, while we know it has yellow in its DNA, so it could be a normal, it could be a Latino, and but the parents, is a Latino, so it most likely will be a Latino. So anyway, we have a white face, and then we have some sort of probably Latino. The white face is only, my goodness, probably 2 days old, and the white one's 3 days old, and they are super tiny. I have to feed these every 2 hours. So I'm up around the clock feeding these guys every 2 hours. Guys, if you want to have babies and you want to breed these birds, you have to be prepared to do that if these eggs are not capable, or the parents are not capable to take care of them themselves. You have to pull these things, and then you're up every 2 hours around the clock feeding these things. That's what we do. We do it. We're glad to do it, and these birds are doing great. I'm going to get one out right now, and I'm going to show you. And this guy is super squirmy, and I've got my formula made, okay? And of course, it's 105 degrees, and I've got my extender tube on my syringe so I can get in there gently and just give a couple of drops. Oh, see, it wants it. And I'm not pushing anything right now. I'm just giving a couple of drops. All right? Just a couple of drops at a time. But you hear him chirping? Oh, that baby's loving this. It's like, just like as if its parents were doing it. All right? And of course, you can see the food. It goes down the right side, okay, and goes into their crop. And he's breathing because he's chirping, and he's good to go. Okay, that's about all we want to feed him. All right? Now, the little one, look how tiny this one is. This one was a little bit tinier just to begin with, all right? So I'm gently, very, very gently holding these things. And it gets a little nerve-wracking sometimes because, I'm barely holding them, and I think, sometimes I may drop them, but fortunately I never have. So, again, this guy eats a little bit slower because he's younger, all right? And so we just have to wait, just be patient. And then just a drop goes in there. Can you see that? I put just a drop in there. And then, look, you see it coming down? See it going down right there? That's what you want to do, okay? Now, you see this air bubble? Don't panic about that. That's okay. Okay? They're going to swallow air, and that's what he's doing, okay? Now, this guy's so little, I'm going to let him go for a little bit because I can see he's turning a little bit white, and that means he's getting cold. Okay, so I'm going to put him back. Now, I may feed him more in 20 minutes, but I'm going to let him go for right now. So, guys, if you like bird videos, hit subscribe. We love the comments. I can't believe how the channel's growing. We appreciate everyone. If you like bird videos and you like seeing us feed babies, hit like, hit subscribe. And you know what? Be safe. We'll see you in the next video.